I love my job. I genuinely do. I actually quite love my life. I'm quite lucky. I'm Corie Brown. I'm a continuity announcer for Channel 4. I'm a voiceover artist, and this is Tea Break Tips. So continuity announcers are the people who talk on the telly between the programmes, essentially. That's the bit that people hear, but the job of the announcer is kind of quite a lot more involved than that, because obviously we write our scripts, and the scripts are written with very specific briefs in mind. We have a regulatory requirement that we have to be aware of all the time. We have to write in very specific ways sometimes, very tight for time. And we also need to be able to be okay under pressure, because sometimes the programme might be very high profile. You know, you've got a big audience, we're live, so it's not the time to make a mistake. But also there are those moments where if there's big news that actually impacts the schedule and the schedule changes, then we need to be okay with everything being thrown out and all new stuff coming in and everybody panicking around us, and sort of we have to be the people that sound calm and just tell the viewer what's happening. Okay, I think you need to be able to write first and foremost. You have to be able to collaborate with lots of people, because we talk to commissioning editors and we talk to legal and obviously the people in press that we deal with day to day. You have to be able to speak well. That doesn't mean you have to have an RP accent. In fact, the more interesting the voice you have, the better these days. You need to be able to change the tone to fit with the programming. It's a kind of quite autonomous job as well. So you know, you have to be okay with sitting in a small space on your own for quite long periods of time without feeling too lonely. So in between the programmes, we are very busy. We are writing for probably the next day. Sometimes you might have to be tweaking your scripts, because obviously if something's happened, like if we had live sport and it finished early and the schedule had changed, then we'd be writing for the next couple of junctions. You're also looking at the next junction. So what will always happen is before the end of a programme, we'll watch with the network director, we watch the end of the final part, so you can see where the graphics will come on and where they'll come off and how long each one is on for. Because even though we kind of knew when we were planning, because when you plan, all the information's written into the system and you kind of write to a brief, but actually when you see it on air, it could be that the tone of the music is different to what you'd expected, because if the programme hadn't been available to view when you started writing, that you might suddenly think, actually I need to rewrite that because suddenly it ended on a slightly more somber note, and you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so we're watching stuff that's going out now and for the next lot of TX that we're writing for. So yeah, there's quite a lot that we do while the telly's on. We don't just sit there with our feet up, you know. If only.